All right, my man. State your name. Let them know you on Nicovelli TV.
Hi, I'm Chris on Nicovelli TV. We out here for game one.
All right, man. So I take it you're a Knicks fan.
Of course.
All right. And who's your favorite player on the Knicks?
I'm Team Frank Ntilikina.
What you like about Frank Ntilikina?
His defense. He knows
Defense.
how to play real defense. Not many people in this league know how to play defense.
Now, Frank Ntilikina catch a lot of slack because they say he
They
does.
draft him as a point guard, but he's really a shooting guard, small forward, because they got too big for that. So now they're using him as a shooting guard pretty much when he comes off the bench, which is what he's fitted for. He's not a point guard, unfortunately.
He's not a point guard.
No. But he can shoot. He was one of the highest three-point percentage for the season for the Knicks. He just didn't get to play as much, unfortunately. Only when someone was injured.
Okay. Now, are you satisfied with his game this season? He's not getting a lot of minutes.
Yeah, I would love to get him more minutes, but when Rose came, obviously you can't bench Rose the way he's playing. He's playing phenomenal. He's playing like an all-star himself, so.
Right, right.
You know?
So do you think Frank Ntilikina should remain in the second unit, or should they start him eventually?
No, it's definitely second unit. Where, I couldn't tell you. Because with Quickly the way he shoots, and with Rose and Burke coming off the bench, I don't know where they're going to put him, unfortunately. That's the thing. But they're going to need his defense against Trey Burke, I think, if guys get into foul trouble.
Now, speaking of guy you mentioned, Quickly, do you think Quickly will develop to the point guard that we are looking for under Derrick Rose's leadership?
He's so much better off the two working off of Rose. He really is. That actually playmaking, because I don't think he can handle it right now. Maybe in the future, it would probably be a little while. But the way he's playing, he's perfect with Rose just hitting the ball and shooting.
So you like that backcourt between Derrick Rose?
Yes. I didn't think I was going to like it, but when they started playing, I really did like it, yes.
So what was you afraid of concerning D. Rose and Emmanuel Quickly?
Because they're both very small guards. So the defense would have suffered, and the way it is.
Okay.
That's the biggest thing is the defense, obviously, because especially the way Tibbs is, he wants defense. So I just didn't think it was going to work, but it was working great, obviously.
Now, speaking of Coach Tibbs, he's a nonsense coach. What do you say to those who say that Coach Tibbs is going to run his players down? He's a workaholic.
Well, we're in the playoffs now, so has anybody been run down? I haven't seen it so far. So you say that now, but we're in the playoffs. Everyone's pretty much healthy except for Robinson.
Right.
So, and he's already injury prone to begin with before Tibbs came here, unfortunately.
Oh, you said Mitchell Robinson was injury prone?
Yeah, he's always been injury prone, unfortunately.
Why you say that?
Because he was injured last year too. He got injured. What did he get? He broke his foot this year, and then he broke his hand this year, and then last year he was hurt a few times. He's always been like that, unfortunately. I'm hoping he gets out of it, but that's the way he plays.
So, the way you describing Mitchell Robinson is something like how we used to say about Chris Porzingis.
Yes. Well, now I would put him in the same category.
Oh, please, man, please.
No, I wouldn't do that.
Please. Now, do you think being that Mitchell Robinson, like you said, he had quite a few injuries, do you think that's going to affect his contract? Being that we got Noel.
Well, Noel's a free agent too, so they have to figure out what they're going to do with all these. There's a lot of free agents on the team, unfortunately. Between Ntilikina, Rose, a lot of these guys, they're going to have, and I think, Burke, and I can't think of his other name, the other shooting guard with the hair.
You got Burke,
The starting shooting guard, what's his name?
Noel.
But they're all like free agents.
Reggie Bullock?
Reggie Bullock, that's what I could think of. They're all free agents, so they're gonna have to figure out how they're gonna pay all these guys. Unfortunately, I hope a lot of these guys want to come back because of the season that they had.
Okay.
So they'll take some type of hometown discount, or they can just figure out bring them back, or if they're gonna make a trade and trade some of these guys and get some big star in, which I don't know if Tibbs will want that. It depends on who it is.
Okay, and when we talk about power forwards, you see the situation we found Kevin Knox in. How do you feel about that?
He's a really good shooter.
Think so?
Yes.
I mean, he started off the season with corner threes.
Yeah, and he was hitting it like crazy, and then he mysteriously disappeared, which I assume was for his defense, because Tibbs didn't like his defense.
How do you feel about that? Do you think it's fair?
Yeah, if he's not playing defense, because it's not like if we weren't winning, then I would say something different, but we're winning. When you're winning, you can't complain. You can't say, hey, I want to get in the game, but your team is winning. If your team is losing, that's different. They're winning all season, so who has the right to complain? Just keep working hard. And the guy's, 20, I think? He's really young. So he keeps working at it. He's going to get a bigger body.
Do you think they should keep him?
I would like to, we have him for 2 more years, I think?
Right.
Or one more year, I think it is?
I say one more.
Yeah, one more year. So right now, I definitely keep him unless you're going to trade him for someone big, some all-star with the draft picks. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay.
You know?
Now, being that the Knicks is now in the playoffs, we had a long drought without being in the playoffs. Do you think other stars will want to play
I hope
for the
so.
Knicks?
I hope they see what the attention they're getting just for being in the 4th seed, for God's sake. And look, we have the most people out of any stadium in the whole country, they said. 15,000 we're going to have tonight.
Right.
Watch us cheer tonight. Watch us how we are. You're not going to get that in any other place. Not in LA, not in Miami, not in Texas, Chicago. You're not going to get that anywhere else.
Not even in Brooklyn.
Definitely not in Brooklyn.
You got
they were giving those tickets away.
and speaking of Brooklyn, right? Because you know Kevin Durant, he was heard saying
they all made the wrong mistake. They thought they were going to get. They thought we were going to gravitate them. They don't know New York. That's what it is.
So do you think Kevin Durant was scared to play for the Knicks? You think he was scared of them?
Probably. Because we would have welcomed him with open arms, just like we welcomed Julius Randle. And, you know, he didn't do that well at the beginning. And look how he's turned around. Look how we welcomed him. And we were booing him last year when we were here, you know? And look how we are now. You play well for us, we respect you. That's all it is. Look at the 90s Knicks.
That's right.
You know?
That's right. And when we speak of R.J. Barrett, who obviously got snubbed for the Rookie of the Year, how did you feel
Which is
about
fine
that?
with me, because look how much better he's playing. It pushes him, motivates him. I'm sure he would take a championship over some stupid Rookie of the Year over any day of the week. And if that's what that causes, and it motivates him, and he plays even better in the playoffs, and he shows up. Because Zion ain't in the playoffs. Morant just barely got in. So look at, and you know, he was number 3. So
Okay. And speaking of Zion, there's talks that he want to play for the Knicks.
I don't know where we're gonna put him, but I'll welcome him too.
You welcome him too.
Of course.
Now,
Anyone that can play, no matter who you are, where you're from.
if he was to come to the Knicks, do you think his style of game will have to change? Because he's like
Well, it depends on who's on the team, especially if we still have Randall, because it's not going to be for another 3 years, at least 4 years. You know, and if he comes here, he's either going to have to force a trade to get more money, or he's going to have to sign, you know, free agency. So I don't know what he's going to do, what his plans are, but you have to figure it out who's on the team then. You know?
Right. Okay. With that being said, man, I want to thank you for your time for coming on Nicovelli TV.
All right, let's go Knicks.
Let's go Knicks.